big old congratulations is in order for the young legend Ryan Coogler, representing the West Coast to the fullest. Ryan has done the unthinkable. In just 3 weeks' time, his original film, Sinners, you might have heard of it. You probably went to go see it. It apparently has already turned profit. I'll explain, but I just want to give a couple of little facts about Ryan. For those who don't know, Ryan is not only from Oakland, but Ryan started with nothing. Him and his then girlfriend were in college, and as Ryan tried to write films, it became evident to him that it's just not going to work out on Microsoft Word. He was trying, but with the format and everything, it had to be right. So it was Ryan's then girlfriend, now wife, Zenzi Coogler, who put together and scraped up the $300 that Ryan needed for the screenwriting application called Final Draft. And that has led to a lot more money being made. Let's just say this, they're not down to the last $300 anymore. Per Variety, Ryan's film Sinners is projected to close its third weekend in theaters by hitting a cumulative domestic total of $181 million. It's reported that the film is doing about $57 million already in overseas. So globally, we're talking about over $238 million for this film already, that had a production budget of around $90 million. Variety says usually you can look at about 2.5 times the production budget to come up with when a film will turn profit. So you can compare the box office number to the 2.5 times the budget number, which means most likely Ryan Coogler and his Sinners film is already in the green, and it's just been 3 weeks. And for those who don't know, in 25 years, Ryan will own this film in totality, something that we do not hear a lot about young black producers, writers, and directors. Ryan does it all. The idea for the Sinners movie that I've already seen actually came to Coogler as he was washing dishes in his home in Oakland that he shares with his wife, Zenzi, and their 2 children. He was listening to Wang Dang Doodle, a classic of upbeat blues about a juke joint party featuring Howlin' Wolf. Coogler apparently put down his dish rag and began framing an idea for a story rooted in the centrality of music to the black experience. Ryan realized quickly that he also wanted to explore the interplay of black, white, and Native American elements, which he had produced the distinctive culture of Mississippi. By the way, Ryan also attributed the late, great Young Dolph as somebody he was listening to while putting this film together. He said it was layered, man, just coming up with the idea. In some ways, I've been trying to make this movie forever when I look back on it with perspective. But I think in reality, it was about my relationship with my uncle who passed away while I was working on Creed. He was from Mississippi, and he was my introduction to blues music, and it was all he listened to. Me and my wife went and saw Sinners, and man, I just have so many takeaways. See, I don't like over-analyzing films and putting together things that are not there at all. Like, I don't want to do the film director's job for them, right? But Ryan and his team did a phenomenal job of leaving the film open-ended, but also connecting enough dots where there are certain finalities to the messaging in the film about essentially losing yourself, losing your culture, losing who you are. And I think that the film does a great job of challenging you. This is what my biggest takeaway was, of asking yourself, how far from culture am I? And then taking that conversation a step further, because I don't even look at that as just a one-sided street. This is me talking here. How far do you want to be away from culture, right? What are the bad parts of culture that you love so much and that your family loved and then lineages have loved, right? How much of that do you believe is ideal to take with you? How much of that do you believe you should leave where it's at? Like, what are the negative parts of culture, right? And then you can go down a deep dive of religion, right? And how do you intertwine religion and culture? But what about the fact that a lot of religious undertones are things that a lot of people that were enslaved, I guess is where I want to take this to, didn't really have the leverage and the option of finding that own history and heritage on their own that was passed down to us from then slave masters, right? There's so many different nuances to this film and so many different directions you could take this bad boy. I thought Michael B. Jordan, oh my goodness. Look, whether you like, loved, or hated the film, there is no denying Michael B. Jordan did a phenomenal job playing both Stack and Smoke. The man played twins. Spoiler alert. I mean, hell, the film had already made over $200 million. I'm sure if you're watching this, you've seen it by now. Michael B. Jordan, I keep saying Ryan, Michael B. Jordan did a phenomenal job playing both Stack and Smoke, to the point where I'm literally watching this film and I know they're the same person, but I don't care. And I think there's a real power in that. I've never seen somebody play two people in the same production and I've not cared that they're the same person, right? Michael B. Jordan was so exceptional and created so many differences between Stack and Smoke. It made me not care. And I'll take it a step further with Michael B. Jordan. He did such a great job at playing these twins. He made me feel as if though, had there been somebody else, like a lookalike of Michael B. Jordan's playing Stack or Smoke alongside Michael B. Jordan, I would have been upset. I don't believe anybody could have did a better job of playing Stack and Smoke than Michael B. Jordan playing both of them. That's how great he was. And I think more than anything, everybody was phenomenal in the film. But Michael B. Jordan, I mean, he's got to win some awards for that one. So I want to know y'all thoughts about the film Sinners and that bad boy is now in the green, reportedly. What are your thoughts? How proud are you of Ryan Coogler? Did you like, love, or hate the film? Let me know your honest thoughts. This ain't a place where you got to sugarcoat anything. I want to thank y'all so much for the time, love, and support. If you've noticed the new ticker in the bottom, please make sure you oblige to some of those things that's in the ticker. And I thank you for the support. Subscribe, follow the page, wherever you're watching this at. I'm out.